I'm Evan Socom Tactical, and today I thought we'd start off the first of what I'm hoping is going to be a video in a small series of kind of, I suppose I could say, show and tells on attachments for weapons. So often we get people in the shop asking about, what kind of things do you guys put on your guns? What do you think might be good for this? I'm looking for attachments for this, for that. So what I've done is I'm going to start off with a couple of AEGs in this video, and I've gone away, thought about what I'd use these for, and I have put some attachments on to kind of show you guys what we might do, and hopefully to give you guys a bit of inspiration for what you'd like to do for your weapons. So we're going to start off with an Arthurian Excalibur offspring. Look at it, it is amazing. Look at the attachments. So what I've done is I've put an AMO FC1 style red dot sight on the top, which I think suits it very well. This means that when I'm aiming, I'm not having to rely on just the iron sights, which could have a bit of issue with different lighting conditions, but I've got my red dot sight instead, which will help me acquire a target easier. And it also, even though it's a red dot sight, it's got a bit of build up, it still gives me a lovely field of view around it, so I can still be aware of my surroundings. I've also attached one of our pressure activated torches on, which works very nicely. You just press it with your thumb and you can then use your torch quickly, release it, and off it goes. We've also got a setting on here so we can have it on constant, which is a nice feature, which means that in working in CQB environments, as it gets dark, you can just put the torch on, spot your enemy, take your shots. I've also put on one of the Operate golf ball foregrips. Now, this is mostly to give me a bit of comfort and to make it easy to hold, because obviously with a torch or any attachment on this handguard rail, it's going to get a bit bulky to hold. So having a foregrip is really nice. It's not too big, it's got a lovely comfortable texturized rubber grip as well, and this means that I can hold it, I can still keep it stable while I'm looking down and using it. So that's kind of what I do with that style of weapon if I wanted CQB. It's quite minimalist, we don't want lots of room back, lots of gear on the gun, banging around as we go through different rooms. So that's kind of what I've gone for here. So let's have a look at our second gun as well. Now this second one, it's based off a Vulcan Mod M, and what I've thought of with this one is, it was already not the longest rifle in the world, but it's a good assault rifle for all-round open gameplay. You can take it in CQB if you want, but you'll likely use it in like medium to more longer range engagements, possibly. So what I've done is I have modified it to do the job what you want. So, wow, it is now a fair bit longer, as you can see, and oh my lord, does it look mean. So we've put a Leopold red dot sight on the top. So this means that when we're taking our aim, we've got a lovely, nice red dot we can aim with, easily spotting. We still get a nice picture of our surroundings as well. Now, the next bits we've done, or I've done I should say, is I have attached our FMA PEQ box. Now this means that I have multiple settings, including torch and laser mode. So if I end up playing and it starts getting dark, or maybe I enter a dark area of woodland, or if I have to go into a building, I've got my torch and laser, flick them on, I can see, I can set it so then I can either have just the torch, or I can have just the laser, so I can use the torch if I just want to use that, and if I need to use the laser to say, mark someone at range, I can mark someone for the rest of my group to bring in more firepower. On the front, we have put an FMA Gemtech suppressor, which I think is giving it a nice cool Special Forces style look, because it's extended the barrel, makes it look as if it is suppressed, and it also means that I can use my tracer rounds if I want to and get those cool long range shots. Tracer rounds always look good, particularly in low light and dark. Finally, or second to finally I should say, I have mounted one of our ENC short grenade launchers. Now there's a couple of reasons behind this. This means I have the extra firepower. If I suddenly come across a group of enemies in close range, I can immediately go, boom, and I have sprayed a lot of shells off in their direction and hopefully taken all of them out. Any that do survive, I can then take a few follow shots with the Mod M. Now, because that has unfortunately removed the ability to use the front sling loop, I have attached an Operate rail mounted quick release sling loop on the front. This allows me to attach a 2-point sling either between here and here, or between the stock and the front, which I think will be very helpful, because obviously I've added, not a terrible amount of weight, but I added a little bit of weight to the weapon, so it's nice to have a way of slinging it so you can have it supported comfortably on your person. So that's what I kind of do with those couple of star rifles. There are other things you can do, you know, we've got other attachments, you put bayonets, you can put bike pods, you can put angle foregrips, you got those kind of things. But those are perhaps a couple of ideas that might interest you. Stay tuned for the next one where we're going to have a look at gas blowback pistols. Thank you for watching.